performances now, because it's going to be part of one of our favorite aspects of the show, and you'll be introducing our power play.
Yes, let's do the Ryobi-Steco Power Play moments, where Mark and I nominate some of the best moments from the weekend's Test rugby action and then settle the debate.
All right, we've got a lot of nominations because we pick 4 games, and we look at moments we thought were big, and then we eventually pick the moment. And
Ryobi-Steco Power Play moment.
Yeah, and we still haven't got the big power tools to give to you or to give to that player. Wouldn't mind giving a player generator.
An extension cord.
Yeah. Here's your drill. Thanks for coming. Here's your stack hole drill. So, tools that last and the future. Just talking about the box, aren't we?
Yeah.
They're a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Now, Ireland, Argentina. Let's get that game out the way, the early one, Friday night. I think we agree on the moment there.
Yes, we do. Juan Cruz Malia, the fullback from Argentina, slips out of 2 little tackles, steps Mac Hansen into another universe, and touches down for the Pumas.
I haven't seen too many people step Mac Hansen.
Exactly, mate.
I haven't seen too many people make Mac Hansen look like he should have stayed in Australia.
Exactly.
Played for the Brumbies.
No, that was fabulous. And that guy can play. He's a great player.
So that's our Argentina moment against Ireland. Ireland obviously winning that test 22-19. But wonderful to see the Pumas on the rise.
Who have you got from the All Blacks France game?
From the one of my personal favourites, Roygard.
Cam Roygard.
Cam Roygard. He's a good player. You know who he reminds me of? Just.
Oh, wow.
He's big. He's strong.
But Cam Roygard can pass.
Yeah, he can pass, eh? And he can smile. But he reminds me of Just in terms of athleticism.
Yes.
He keeps the opposition busy, okay? So we were fortunate not to play against him this season as well, because you know what does trouble us? Historically, 2 things have troubled a Bok pack: a big 8 and a very, very busy 9 who's willing to take you on.
I thought you were going to say an Australian ref, but okay.
And Richie McCaw.
Slightly.
And Dan Carter.
Jet lag.
But to me, that's just the way he did it. I think they went up 14-3 at that stage. And that's when I thought, okay, this will be interesting to see if they can build that lead, kind of get 3 scores ahead, and make France desperate and see how France comes back. But they didn't. And that's where the growth area of this All Black side still has to come, is they still don't have the confidence at 14-3 to put the accelerator down. They are still trying to find themselves. They actually couldn't believe they were 14-3 up.
Totally. Well, Roygard, I mean, he's come back from that injury with a lot of muscles, mate.
He has,
Must have been eating all the right foods.
And he came back very early, but like Sia when he came back after 3 months. Yeah.
Anyway, he used that power to great effect, ripping the ball off Aldred from the back of a scrum and then just racing away for an outstanding solo try for the All Blacks. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh, sorry about that. Now you're going to look up while I was having a sip of water there, mate. Having a water break. It's hot in here.
Yes,
okay, so we got him there.
Let's do
Wales and
Wallabies.
Wales and the Wallabies. So for me, the highlight for Wales was, I said to Ollie, wow,
anthems.
They can sing.
No, mate, those guys can sing. Don't play games. Those guys can sing.
So do you know what they remind me of at the moment? Interschools.
Yeah.
They always get Spirit Award.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. No medals.
No medals?
Yeah.
Every now and again, you see one of those red vests in a final.
Yeah.
Some oak in the school's made the 800 meters final. You know he's coming 8th, but wow, they just don't stop singing all day and chanting. And they're a fascinating crowd to look at as well, because it's like some odd-looking oaks there.
Really?
Yeah.
You're sure they're all the oaks, mate?
No, mate, I'm just telling you just wonder a bit there, eh?
What does that mean? Eh? I don't know, but it's provocative.
And it gets people going, man.
Get the people going. So listen, that game, I'm definitely not going to highlight any Tom Wright tries. For me, the power play moment of that match was Len Ikita doing the, I'm going to go out, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go out, going to go in. Eventually, Cam Winnett just gave up, said, mate, just score the bloody try. let him in, and Ikita scored a great
So
side.
I love that because it also reminded me of maybe, I don't know, in this modern era, people wouldn't relate to it, but the game when I was still a young pup we used to play at school. Red Rover, Red Rover.
love that game, mate.
Let that fat boy come over.
Didn't they know your name?
No. It was a little chunky oak, and I think, right, I got to go.
This is it.
I've got to go, but I've got this athlete in front of me, okay? The difference was that I would call a guy over and I would be the Welsh oak. And this oak would be, I'm going to go right, I'm going to go left, I'm just going to go over you. It reminded me of that. It was just, it was as sensational for old Lenny
Yeah.
as it was absolutely humiliating for the Welsh oak.
Win it, yeah.
Hey, imagine that's your highlight package defensively.
Mate, imagine playing for Wales and your surname is Win It. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Ever.
What did you say? Win it. Never. Win it. Never.
Okay, the box.
Okay, now before we get back.
Yes.
Another highlight moment that I had
Yes.
was, who was the referee?
For which one?
The Welsh test? Andrew Brace?
Was it Dolman? I think it was James Dolman.
Stop it, mate! He's knocked out!
Oh, yeah.
Mate, he's knocked out. He's cold. Both of them gets up to scrum.
Yeah, both were like, what are you talking about? I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. He said, but you're on the gold side. You're on the
Carving a
gold side.
boomerang with that big knife, mate.
Do you know what's interesting there for me again? Because we look at all the referee interpretations and this nonsense about, again, a referee deciding a medical issue.
Mate.
So when a referee looks and he says degree of contact, not particularly harsh, or nothing there, but I could have whiplash and that's the end of me, but in the referee's mind or the match official, no degree of madness. This guy thought the oak was dead, poleaxed, okay, about to be buried. He gets up to scrum, what's the fuss? He stopped the whole game.
Jimmy Bothan went in for a low tackle, mate. He almost joined the illustrious team of Harry Wilson, Ange Capuozzo, and
Tom Curry.
And there we go. And Witkant. Those three guys knocked out. Knocked out.
And there was no head. There was no heads anywhere near it.
Exactly, mate. Those three guys all went low tackles, all missed this weekend's action, tackling safely.
Did you see some of those head clashes that were not called as well?
Of course they're not called, mate.
No, but they went and he said, no, mate, what I'm seeing is a rugby thing. Yes, I agree with it, but then please be consistent and do it all the time.
Yeah, I see Mertz came out in defense of Karevi. He was like, where was he supposed to go, guys? The ball carrier changed direction at the last one. Look, I'm all for it. When there's clear and blatant head contact, Oak goes out to hurt somebody, absolutely, send him off, deport him, I don't care. But when it's rugby, I mean, if you know anything about rugby, you know the difference between an incidental contact and something that's intentional. And anytime you have any doubt over which of those two it is, then it's a penalty. It's not a red card.
Yeah, I think this obsession with anything that glances the head, there's got to be common sense applied to it.
Totally.
Okay, so every moment we could call was a great moment for the Box.
The way the Box drilled England.
They did, eh? Power. And you saw the future there. England coming second, South Africa coming first.
There you go.
All right, so let's first go through the 4 tries because they were all wonderful moments. Okay, so you had Grant Williams.
Oh.
And did he not make a statement to say, maybe I'm the number uno?
Exactly, mate. I don't think he speaks Italian, but he did pump fake. The whole line jumped. He went straight through, mate. Then he slowed down to almost a walk and stepped Freddie Stewart like they're playing walking touch. It was embarrassing.
He stepped Freddie Stewart into retirement.
Mate, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know how you come back from that, mate. Don't watch the replays. Yo, that was glorious.
But acceleration, we know he's got pace.
No,
He can play on the wing.
Wheels.
But the one thing, if you look at Jaden Hendricks, we always said he's technically a very good 9. Reinach's a good 9, explosive, but he's getting on. He's 34. Faf, we know his busyness, frantic, manic, defensively very disruptive. But this guy, even if a pack was going back, he asks questions. He will keep a defense busy, 2 or 3 players, one near the fringe, one at the backs, looking, because when he goes,
Gone.
Nano.
Nano back. Gone.
Shut the gate.
It was
bolted.
incredible, mate.
So wonderful. I thought he was very good.
Very good.
I remember you texting me and telling me he was one of your like weighing up whether I felt in that first 60. I was also impressed with Grant Williams.
Yeah.
And I said I thought he was outstanding.
Very good.
When we were communicating there on the hour mark.
I think it was
just
the hour
when
mark.
Polly came and did his thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Grant Williams, then obviously just the Peter Steff to Toy try. So the Earman charge down, the chase, the charge down again. Peter Steff. I thought that just summed up why this box side is special. Two of the most seasoned campaigners, two veterans, both considered the best in the world in their positions, both 120 kilograms plus, refusing to give up.
Totally.
Chasing.
But like Earman was always going to
Chasing
go
the
for
sun.
that charge down. He was always going to go for that charge down, old Earman, and that's what he does.
Well,
Right?
those big paws.
He puts pressure on the nine.
Those big paws.
Exactly.
Man.
But for Peter Steff to be there to follow up.
But how's that? Imagine being the kicker and you see the big paws of Earman. And you think, thank God, I've got it back. And you see bigger paws of Peter Steff.
Exactly.
But Peter Steff's acceleration to do the charge down, keep his line of running, and actually still score.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was just fantastic,
Yeah,
okay?
that was a great try, mate. Work ethic try.
All right. Obviously, the Mani Lebok cross kick. Cheslin
For
Colby's
me,
brilliant.
that's an underrated one. That's a very underrated one because Cheslin's eyes are on the ball. He's got to track it to catch it. In his peripheral vision, he's got to... I think it's Freddie Stewart who comes across there. So he's got to track where Freddie Stewart is. He's got to dip onto that right leg to make Freddie Stewart think he's going to go and then pull out as the ball lands. That's a tricky thing to do, man.
Well, if you see the reverse angle, so for those who may not know, Freddie Stewart's very tall. That's one of the big reasons they pick him, especially against a team like South Africa. He's always traditionally been their best player under the high ball.
Yes.
He wins the aerial contest 95% of the time. Cheslin Colby's composure to be prepared to take the tackle. His first priority was to catch the ball. And when he caught it, wow, that step, Zoop. Boom.
Freddie goes past.
Try
thanks for
time.
playing.
Try time. Freddie must have got a bit bored of seeing a little South African Oaks go, hello, goodbye, because he was stepped both sides.
Exactly. He's still trying to catch a South African. Freddie was hugging South Africans on the subway on the way home.
And probably missed.
Exactly.
So that was another wonderful moment.
And then the fourth try,
Damien Delandi.
Dukes.
Wow. Sonny Ball Williams tweeted, the most underrated in the sense of least spoken about Springbok.
Underappreciated.
Underappreciated. That was his words, yes. To the Usu. Underappreciated. Kazibori? Underappreciated was Damien Delandi. Now, we've been saying direct Damien Delandi. He's the most effective when he's direct. Tony Brown says he's the best passer in that back line as well. He took out a centre and a loose forward.
Ran through them, mate. In the middle of
took
Asterix.
out. He took the tackle, went through them, and still accelerated enough. And then the pass to Colby, outstanding.
That's the thing about him. I mean, earlier in the game, he does that thing where he's got to play the guy out the back door on a drift, and he's got a short option. And he gets the ball in traffic, there's some pressure on him, and he just gives a little nudge of the ball like this to sell the short line so the defender stays, the outside defender stays. And then it's just a flick of the wrist with that guy. I don't know how he does it. It's just a flick of the wrist. He zips this freaking drift pass, and they get around the corner. He did the same there. The quality of that pass wasn't probably as good, or Cheslin had to jump and catch it behind him a bit. I'm sure Aiden, Damien's brother, would have been on text with him there, letting us down the family name. But fantastic, mate. Broke the line. Great speed with the mark for an aging centre. And then found Cheslin, and Cheslin just worked his magic. Round
Right.
slide home.
Okay.
Try
So
time.
those are the 4 tries. Big moments in terms of the actual scoring, but the build up to the scoring.
I think those 4 Bok tries are the short list.
No, I've got something else for you, man.
Oh, no, you don't. Who?
Of course I do.
What?
Andre Pollard must be getting a bit bored, of having to come on 60 minutes and get asked to kick a 50-meter penalty to turn the game back in South Africa's favour on a scoreboard. He must just wonder, can't you give me a 25-meter sitter, man? He's just stretching. It's like, 49 meters, let's go, 2019, England just they believe in their heads that they're ahead 2019 in a game that they were always 10 points behind.
They lost 32-12 in 2019, mate.
Yeah. Well done. And all of a sudden, penalty South Africa. On comes Pollard.
Yes.
Posts. And he nails it. That was a big moment.
Huge.
Because it just killed anything that England may have had for 30 seconds. Straight away, we were 22-20 up.
Yeah.
Controlled again. The tempo, controlled the game. The Delandi break, offload, Colby scores. But significantly in the context of this match, Ronside, touchline conversion, nails it. 27-20 becomes 29-20. England didn't look like they could score one score, let alone two. And when you talk about significant power moments,
Power Polly.
but that's not my winner.
Ah, you must have.
I just wanted to always
That's
acknowledge
a great
him.
call, though. I think maybe they tell Andre, listen, you are not coming on until there's a 50-meter penalty. So when it happens, he's actually excited.
Keep him honest.
Yeah, keep him honest, mate.
But if we think in power play, we think in...
For me, that Duke's break at
That's
Cheshunt,
it.
that's the one.
Because it's power. To break those two tackles, and he didn't run over two little guys,
Exactly.
two big guys, and to keep the composure of going the acceleration, is that our unanimous choice?
I think that is the choice, man.
That moment of through
Completely
and go,
unbiased. It's that Springbok try.
which
Cheshunt
is we will
Colby.
try.
In the corner, mate, after Dukes breaks the line.
No,
Beats
but-
Ben Earl,
But
beats
who
Henry
gets
Slade.
the power play? It's Dukes, eh?
I would say Dukes. I mean, he created it.
He created. So
Yeah.
that is our power play.
Yeah.
Eh? Through the tackle, offload. Would you like to do the honors and
No,
announce
you've done it. You've
who
done it.
wins
You've
the
done it.
generator?
Oh, the generator.